Close your eyes for a moment and think about the last time you had to speak in front of others. Did your palms get sweaty? Did your heart start racing? Did time seem to slow down as you waited for your turn to speak? Now open your eyes and look around. Notice how many people are probably nodding in agreement. Let me share my own personal experience with these exact feelings. In my freshman year of high school, I had to give a simple 1 minute speech about myself. Despite knowing my own background better than anyone else in that room, I found myself sweating profusely and even fighting back tears. Years later, as a Navy cyber analyst, I had to brief senior officers about weekly data collection. Though I was now an expert in my field, speaking to higher ups in the chain of command brought that same rush of anxiety back. These experiences taught me something crucial about communication apprehension. It affects us all, regardless of our expertise or position. Communication apprehension, or CA, is the fear or anxiety associated with either real or anticipated communication with others. It's not just about public speaking. It can occur in any communication situation, from a high school classroom to a military briefing room. This concept is particularly relevant because it affects up to 75% of people to some degree, though the context and intensity may vary significantly. Communication apprehension manifests in two distinct ways. First, there's trait based CA. Think of it as your baseline anxiety level for any communication. It's like having a constant companion that makes every interaction, from ordering coffee to giving presentations, somewhat challenging. Some people naturally experience this type of anxiety across all communication situations. Then there's state based CA, which is more like a situational response. This is what most of us experience when faced with specific speaking scenarios. In my case, my high school speech triggered intense state based anxiety because it was my first major public speaking experience in a new school. The military briefing was different. While I was confident in my technical knowledge, the formal hierarchy and importance of the information created a unique kind of pressure. What's fascinating is how these two types can interact. Someone with high trait based CA might find their anxiety amplified in high pressure situations, while others might only experience significant anxiety in specific contexts. Let's dive deeper into how communication apprehension manifests in different settings and why understanding these contexts is crucial for managing our responses. Let's look at an academic setting. During my high school speech, despite speaking about my own life, the formal classroom setting triggered intense physical reactions. Imagine trying to talk about your favorite hobby, something you know inside and out, but suddenly feeling like you can't remember basic details because 30 pairs of eyes are watching you. The academic environment adds unique pressures. Grades depend on your performance, your peers actively evaluate you, and an authority figure such as the teacher assesses your every word. For many students, this is their first exposure to formal public speaking, making it a crucial moment that can shape their relationship with public speaking for years to come. Now let's look at a professional setting. Fast forward to my military experience, briefing senior officers about cyber analysis data. Here, the stakes were different, but equally challenging. Imagine presenting technical findings to a room where everyone outranks you, knowing your information could influence critical operational decisions. In this context, the anxiety stemmed from multiple sources: the need for absolute accuracy in technical details, the formal military protocol and hierarchy, the potential real world implications of the information, the professional reputation at stake. Each good morning, sir, ma'am served as a reminder of the power dynamic at play, adding an extra layer of pressure to the speaking situation. Now, direct attention to your handout. Take a look at your handout. You'll find a detailed breakdown of these scenarios along with specific strategies tailored for each context. Notice how the management techniques vary depending on whether you are dealing with academic, professional, or social situations. Here are some discussion questions I want you to ponder after this presentation. What strategies have you found most effective in managing your own communication anxiety? How might understanding communication apprehension help you in your future career? How do different contexts affect your experience with communication anxiety? Remember, communication apprehension is not just common, it is absolutely normal. The goal isn't to eliminate it completely, but to manage it effectively. Whether you are giving your first speech in high school or briefing military officers, each experience builds your confidence and competence. I hope you are able to see communication apprehension through a new light through both my handout and my personal experiences, and that it helps mitigate some of the anxiety that you may feel during your next big public speaking activity. Thank you.